What's happening, everybody? Just waiting for Jay and getting this all set up. It's different to YouTube. Jesus, wasn't expecting all these people tuning in. Making a tea. Hurry up. The spare of us, everybody. Just Jay's making a tea. How many people are in? Keep joining, keep joining. JWGeckos, James, KLG, Dan. Hopefully we get the camera angles right this time. Jay and Joe had a hard one yesterday. Joe's eyes were gone, so I think he's going to be in trouble for this one. KLG. What's happening, Louise? Hey, Georges. What's happening, Siobhan? Yeah, we're willing to give tips. 100%, we're willing to give tips. It's our first live. We've done a live with Luna, but it's our first live, as in just me and Jay and me doing it myself. So we just thought, give it a try. Nothing's been planned. Just thought we'd show some nice geckos, show you what we've hatched, get some giants out. I've got some new arrivals I want to show. Yeah, just show some gecko Sunday. Something people can tune into. I want to start getting some more people on. So whoever's like interested in joining, just drop me a message and we can sort something out. There's not many people doing this in the UK. People worry about what other people are going to say. I used to be one of them people, but after doing that recent live where Jay invited me with Luna, I thought, you know what? I can do it. And so many people messaged me like James does YouTube. He said, George, mate, you're a natural. You should do it, keep doing it, sort of thing. So here we are. Hello, Bradley. Come on, Jay. Where's my gecko show? We'll get you on, Louise. You've been hatching some fire, mate, especially with them vermilions. Let's have a look. Send request.
Okay.
Hey, there he is.
You all good?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Where's Joe?
There he is.
Yeah, you might need to come over a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too close because I didn't want it to feel like I was trying to cuddle him.
You've been trying to kiss me all weekend, mate.
What's happening, boys?
All good, mate.
You still feeling it from yesterday?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
It was your eyes, Joe. It was your eyes. They're like eclipses, mate.
The sound's a little bit, a little bit muffed for me, mate. But hey-o.
You hear me all right, though? I can hear you perfectly.
I can hear you all right, fella.
So, show us some of these crosses, Jay.
Yeah, well. What's your most... There you go, George. There's a comment for you there.
What's that? What's your most anticipated supergiant pairing? I wish I could tell you all. A lot of the stuff here, I like to keep to myself. Not because of anything that people are going to copy or anything. It's just that when I produce a baby, I want people to be excited. Like, oh, I didn't know you were going to do that. I don't like giving away everything straight away, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I have got some supergiant babies I'm going to show you, and one of them's looking really big. really big. Well, anyway, Jay, what's that you got there, mate?
This is one of my original pure line females. One of the darkest with no pattern. She hasn't given me many babies this season, but it's the crosses, as you've seen. The crosses have been absolutely.
I've never seen crosses come out that black. Like if you would have said to me, like this gecko here that came from my 2 jet blacks, I'd be like, yeah, lovely, mate. But I've never seen crosses that dark. Like I've got a cross here. I've got a few crosses here. Like, they're not even dark.
I've got I'll set up just like to the left of us. Show Joe a few babies and that to show off. A lot of these are going to be available too. Like I have no plans on holding a lot of these back. I only want to hold back the I think three at the moment. 4. Yeah. The rest are all going up. I get a lot of people asking me. I'm talking. You see how many messages I got? 63. You know what I mean? Just on my Facebook. I get so many people asking when I'm going to be uploading. It'll be when I have about 20 to 30 that have reached about 20-30 grams. Then I'll put them all up on my website in one bulk. You know, instead of doing one by one. I'm missing a lot of these comments here. I apologise if you there's any questions and whatnot.
Yeah, just
there you go.
Because we're doing everything off of phones. It's quite
it's hard, isn't it? Yeah,
it is quite. It's because we're new to it as well. So bear with us. Oh Jesus, there is a lot of comments. But yeah, like you said, Jay, I'm thinking of doing something similar this season. A lot of times I'll be hatching geckos, and when they, Jesus Christ, that's a cross, yeah.
That's a cross, yeah. That's a Healeosgeckos female, I believe. It could be male because the temperatures were, you know, kind of like mid-range. But I would say female. The males I've hatched are growing so fast. They're smashing food down.
How are you finding the colour with the males? Because I know, like with Ferry, it can be hard getting a jet black. Have you noticed the difference? Obviously, the temperatures are a little bit different.
Male pure line, it's very hard. Yeah, dark males are very, very hard to come across. True black ones. The crosses, I found I haven't had bad results. I've had good results with the Max Snow stuff, especially like the geckos that are coming out of that female. Which the female, bear in mind, is I don't even really label her Black Knight. She has got Black Knight lineage in her, but this is the same gecko. It came from the same female.
Yeah.
So it's come from basically a normal, I'd say Max Snow Eclipse normal with Black Knight lineage in her to my male, and it's throwing out things like this.
Jesus, is that the female that's like a grey colour? That one with like the black spotting running off of her. Is that the mum to that one?
The mum is the very spotty Max Snow you see yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even label her Black Knight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can definitely see the influences, but I know what you mean. Like, unless it's got a darkness to it, I'm not going to label it as Black Knight. Because you see loads of them on Morph Market and whatnot, like pretty much looking normal, and should be labelled a Black Knight cross, not a Black Knight. But that's just our opinion. Everybody else has different opinions.
I recently hatched 2. You've seen them, George, from yesterday. There was one more Black Knight Healeosgeckos and one more pure. The pure will be a full black animal for sure. The Healeosgeckos will show pattern, but it's still a very, very nice dark animal. This is another pure line. Hold on, I'm just going to sit down once it's in my hand. So this one here is another pure line. Full black. There's no pattern on that whatsoever. Very nice. Good size too. Nice long tail, normal snout. Really nice gecko, for sure.
Lovely.
Jay and his normal's at it again.
He wishes.
Yeah.
James Redding Reptiles coming in with the normals.
So this is what hatched yesterday. This is a pure line? Yeah, pure line. I'm going to have to tip the camera down with it. I don't know if you can see that, George. Can you see that?
I see that.
So this is a day old pure line. This also, I won't be keeping any of the pures back, so they're all up for grabs. Lovely animal. Be full black. Give it a week and it'll be a full black animal.
Yeah.
After its first shed or whatever.
How would you like, obviously you've been hatching a few Black Knights now. Do you like, when they hatch, do you ever look at one and go, that's potential for like not to like stay dark, that might potentially get lighter, or is it completely random? Or can you look at one now and be like, oh, that's going to be dark?
You can have a good guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I've hatched some that have a lot of pattern, but it's I think the parents have a lot of influence on it. and if the parents are two pure line black knights and very dark, when you hatch one with pattern, it does darken up.
Yeah.
I found if parents aren't pure line,
Yeah.
so from that Max Snow Eclipse female, I hatched a gecko that was pure black at birth. Had one little white line down it. It was pure black. If I showed you the gecko shedding now, if I showed you that same gecko, you wouldn't even believe me.
Yeah.
It's now basically looks like I call it rusty, a nice rusty look to it, dark but not anything.
I love those. I love the black knights that show that almost gold patterning, and it looks like it sits just under the black skin. If that makes sense. I love those. When they look like that, I think they're lovely. But some of the stuff you got, mate, insane, absolutely insane. High contrast geckos. Just said, do you incubate at lower temperatures for your black knight males, Jay? You don't, do you? You don't believe in that?
Normal temp. Everything's normal temps. I don't mess around with the temperatures because as I've told you, said on other lives about the fake black. You know, animals that can look full black, you whack them on full temperatures, and then it turns into a normal in a week. I think that's a lot to do with how they're raised with the temperatures and incubated. I just keep it all normal, simple as. I just had great results. I think it's all down to my male, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, a lot of people haven't got a male like you've got.
Yeah.
So, banging anything to him, they're going to be dark. Because he's honestly one of the best geckos. How he's breeding, he doesn't have any problems, no fertility problems. We all know black knights have issues with their eggs, but it's not the male's fault. The male is... You couldn't have asked for a better male.
Oh yeah, for sure. I really did struck gold with him. That's why I started to. I won't be getting any more pures. I'll carry on breeding the pures I've got, but I'll be really focusing on the crosses. Yeah. Because there's less fertility issues. There's no problems. They're keeping the darkness on the so quick within a year or two, and they're. I mean, I'm knocking out years of work already just from that one male because he's
100%.
The influence of blackness on these geckos are unreal.
If you got that cross there, it's insane with the pig.
Snow.
With the white.
I think I do behind me, maybe. I don't know what one you're talking about. I've got a few Max Snows here, I believe. So this one, this one is a female. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So if you look at this, it's almost like a carbon look, a carbon snow look instead of black knight. This is a female, I believe. The males I've hatched from the same pairing, put it this way, darkness wise, 10 times better than this female. Yeah, and that's the males.
I want that gecko, but you're not going to give it to me.
Well, I'm probably gonna keep her back in obviously compare her to one of the males I've got this season. But I've got some of the best, well, not the best, but some of the amazing Super Snow Black Knight eclipses over in Japan with Aaron.
Yeah.
Still stuck there. They'll also be added into my breeding group soon. And this is the morph I'll be really focusing on. The Super Snow Eclipse Black Knight, the Max Snow Eclipse Black Knight. The ultimate goal is the Extreme Pie Black Knight.
Is that the Panda project?
Panda's from, I can't even think, two breeders I know, Darling Geckos, Panda. So I spoke to them earlier this year and they were going to import me one or two of their Panda line geckos, but they've not had the best season at the moment, so we're in talks still. Yeah. Yeah, the Panda is the ultimate goal, the real nice extreme. I've been looking to import the Extreme Pie females or even a male, and I want to mix that in next season with a dark Max Snow Eclipse Black Knight or Super Snow Eclipse Black Knight.
Well, you've got the male, mate. You've got the male. We've got a few questions here. So we got Burke's. Is it Burke's Reptiles? Basically said, does Black Knights do they have issues with the breeding? Like, you know more about this than I do.
Yeah, the pure line Black Knight is a result of 15 plus years of incest basically. They do have issues, and the pure line does have issues. They do have issues with fertility, and some can have like kink tails and stuff like that. But in a lot of the incest lines, it's common. It's all common.
Yeah.
Obviously, my main goal is obviously to outcross now and keep the lines healthy.
Yeah, hopefully we can start getting the Black Knights like decent size, because at the moment they are a smaller gecko than any other gecko.
Yeah, I've got a pure line female that hits 70 to 80 grams.
Yeah.
So it's not all of them. You know, like it is very selective, but you are right. A lot of them are very small.
It's like Dave's one. Dave's got a female. It's
yeah, huge. Nice weight on that. Yeah.
Great.
It was another question there.
How do you get a Max Snow to get that dark? Is that selective breeding?
It's a mix between Max Snow Eclipse to Black Knight.
Yeah. It's like we said earlier, it's the male Jay's got. He's just insane, bringing in that darkness and whatnot. But yeah, the crosses you're hatching, mate, it'd be nice to see when they get to breeding weight if you get any more issues with fertility or anything. I know once you cross, because it's inbred with the blood, it's good to see once you've crossed it and then pair them again, does it get better and better? It's all still like so much to learn with the Black Knights and so much stuff to cross them to. So it's like I've got one of the Black Knight crosses here. It's like 25%. I mean, if I put this gecko in the rack, it would be like, if I leave it in the cold for 10, I know it's bad to say, if you left it in the cold for 10 minutes, you go, that is a Black Knight. Right now, she's not having a Black Knight moment, but let me try and show you. You know what one it is. I don't know whether you can.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah. To me, I just say that is Black Knight lineage in that. I wouldn't label that as a Black Knight cross, or you know what I'm saying. I just couldn't do it. It's just, it looks like a Super Snow to me.
Yeah, Super Snow. Het Eclipse still also looks like.
Oh yeah, 100% Het Eclipse. I wouldn't say that's for sure. But
yeah. What would happen if you bred a crisp white Diablo Blanco to a really good Black Knight? You'd end up with a normal with a bunch of hets. That's it.
Yeah.
I personally haven't seen any dark. It's like I haven't seen any dark Diablos, like Diablo Black Knight. I personally haven't seen them. It's more like a Midnight Blizzard kind of thing. You know?
There was something.
If you want to go down that line, go down the Midnight Blizzard line kind of thing.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't pair a Diablo to Black Knight.
Adam.
Oh, Adam.
What do you say?
Look, bottom comment.
From Weasley.
Oh.
But with the Diablo Blanco comment, there was one year, I can't remember what breeder it was. I think I was with you, Joe. We went to Doncaster, and there was a load of Black Knight cross blazing blizzards, and it doesn't really work. Like Jay said, if you wanted to get a dark blizzard or DB, go down like the midnight route. I don't think. I don't know. I don't really work with Black Knight, so maybe years of breeding, maybe.
I went down the Midnight line with Black Knight anyway, so I paired my Black Knight male to a Midnight Blizzard Eclipse this season, and the results were weird. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that. Remember that snow I showed you?
Yeah.
I do have it here somewhere. I will find it in a second, but I hatched. So this is one from the same pairing. Yeah, so this is from that exact same pairing, a Midnight Blizzard Eclipse to a Black Knight. Obviously, I want to get this phone down on it. Can you see that, George?
I can't see that. I just see a nice white table.
Give me a second, mate.
Mad.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
What? All right. Can you see that?
I see that. Yeah.
Yep. So that's the result from a Midnight Blizzard Eclipse to Black Knight. It's a normal Het Blizzard. Was this a snow?
Bring your arm down a little bit, Jay. Your arm a little bit. The other way.
Yeah.
A bit more. There we go.
There you go. This is a funky little one. It was a snow. I have to check the label. I think it was a snow blizzard, Het Blizzard, Het Eclipse. It does change in darkness. So this will go some days very dark, and then other days as light as this. Obviously, you can see by the spot in its Het Blizzard. Very spotty. Lovely Leo though.
Stunning, mate. Stunning.
I'll get the weirder one out for you. I just want to double check if this was snow. Yep, this was a Max Snow. Oh, I believe this one might be it. This might be a sibling to it. Yeah, so this is a darker sibling. Yeah, so Joe's just going to go round for me.
Just communicate, George, as and when you can see it and whatnot.
Nice one, Ron.
Can you see this?
What are we saying?
Can't see it. There we go.
So this is a dark one, same line, Midnight Blizzard, Eclipse, the Black Knight. This also, I won't be keeping this one either, but I can tell it's gonna be a very nice one. Like that, you know that Max Snow I showed you.
Yeah.
I think this will be very similar to that.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all possible Het Tremper, unfortunately, too, but it is what it is.
Can't win them all, mate. You can't win them all.
Yeah.
Also, we'll get a little bit into it a little bit later, but I don't know if I don't know whether you spoke to many people about it or whether I'm even meant to mention it. But you got something going down with the Diablo, don't you?
The Diablos, yeah.
Yeah, like
I had to ask Dave. I had to
Yeah.
ask Dave for some advice on that front, because obviously I hatched the it was a Diablo Blanco Snow to a Blaze and Blizzard Het Eclipse Snow, and you've seen them. They're very, very dark.
Oh yeah,
greyish looking. Greyish looking with pied legs and pied tail tip. I haven't experienced that with the Blaze and Blizzards or DB. So I asked Dave, and Dave said what it seems to be like is it looks Het Eclipse, Blaze and Blizzard, Het Eclipse, Snow, Super Snow. He said the snow in it will indicates the darkness on it. So it's test breeding, really, like, you know what I mean? I have to test the Eclipse on it. I'll have to test the snow will be apparent on it. So yeah, lovely geckos though. I said I wasn't going to hold back any more from the Odin line and carry it on. This is my 5th generation now with them, and it's been the best. I've had absolute stunning pure white gecko already from the pairing, piercing red eyes. I have the 2 pied, so got to keep them back now.
Yeah, didn't you move most of your DB project onto Ron?
I gave Ron 4.
You're hilarious.
I gave Ron the original brother and sister to the Odin project, and I gave him 2 of the offspring, yellow body kind of looking project.
Shall I cop that one? Baby?
That one you give into Joe. That one with the white head and the
yellow body.
Yellow body. That's right. Yeah, actually, it's like MP in it. But
it reminds me of the Banana Blizzard, don't it? But,
Gino.
Gino.
Gino's tuned in. But what I want to show everybody quickly is I've got to move. I want to show everyone the Inferno.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Show everyone this Inferno. It looks like she's going into shed, but she still sees a nice animal. She's nice. The thing is, I've noticed as well, I don't know if you've noticed, Jay, everything I seem to have got overseas at the moment doesn't want to eat from a bowl. So everything's tongue fed.
Yeah.
That's Stefan. Stefan. Hey.
In there as well.
Let me know if you boys can see. You can see this. I'm going to put it in this box. Just let me know if you can't see it. I'll sort something out.
We can see its tail.
Doing well, mate.
Nice
Doing
tail.
well.
Yeah, that's it.
That's good. Good.
She probably looks really dark in here right now.
Really nice gecko.
Yeah, got that from Tea Dragons. Came all the way from Netherlands. No het. Absolutely insane.
Yep.
I have to say a big thanks to Leah Gecko Park for organising and pretty much getting her back for me. But I'm so happy with her.
Yeah, that's a stunning gecko, mate.
And I mean, you can't even see how she looks. Like in the person, she's almost like a lava colour.
Yeah.
She probably looks a bit more green because she does have this banding, this orange banding, and it goes into like a green. But I love her. When I got her, I was so happy.
Stunning gecko, mate. Absolutely stunning.
So nice. I mean, you got one coming soon.
I've got one coming from the same person actually, because that gecko was the when the Infernos come out from him. She was one I looked at too.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I ordered another one from him, and he's actually getting it paired to one of his best males beforehand. So I'm sorted on that front. Obviously, you're going to want a male, you know, paired to that. Keep the Inferno line pure.
100%. 100%. Let's have a
Joe,
few messages here.
Fucking around with the dogs there.
Trying to make sure he doesn't bark.
Scott says, how many hatchings are we both expecting this year? I'm expecting best part of 200, 180, something like that.
Me, my hatching rack is nearly full. I think I've got like 4 more spaces now. I'm actually have to build another rack just to keep this all going. Basically, I have eggs still cooking and females still laying, so I can't actually put a number on it, but anywhere in between 50 to 150, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. And obviously with the Black Knights, you can't ever say, it's like a lot of people probably always saying to you, how many you got available? You got any yet? With Black Knights and eggs, you can't guarantee anything. No, and you know that, Jake. You say all the time, the amount of eggs that just go wrong. It's like nothing you've done. Like you've got other pairings, other Max Nose and DBs, no issues at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
With the Black Knights, I don't know whether it's something to do with the calcium. It's almost like the eggs ain't strong enough. The fertility, you see it with Jay's big red bullseye. It's just some reason the eggs just go funny. But I just had another message. Can you guys shed light on the red diamond morph?
Well, I have no idea.
As far as I know, it's a blood stonewash tremper, pretty much. I've got one here. I'll go and get it. Yeah. She has been breeding. I got lucky to breed her this season. She isn't the best quality of red diamond because I did get her actually quite cheap. But yeah, she's going into chef too. But she is nice. I'm just going to do this. It's easier.
Yeah, I see her.
Honestly, this camera don't pick up anything. And there's me trying to showcase my geckos, and they look even worse.
Yeah, mate, really nice.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of that. I know there's one other person over here with them. You know him, Jay, Mark. So
yep, Lawson.
Mark Lawson. I know he had some of them. I don't know whether he still has them. But as far as I know, it's only me and him with them over here. So
you should talk to Aaron when I import from Japan, George, because that's he's got some red diamond stuff.
That's what we need to do at the moment. With the Inferno costs best part of £150 to get back. So with things like Aaron, I know you've mentioned it before, with the UK, it'd be nice for us all to get together and get a shipment for one person, so it'll be cheaper for us all.
Well, that's the plan. I've said this to a few carriers too. When I do my imports from other countries, I'm going to involve as many breeders as I can so they get their geckos. It's cheaper for all of us, you know what I mean? It's like one big UK import and export also. I'll be exporting to USA and all the other countries very soon. A lot of my sales come from the USA and whatnot. But with the shipping at the moment, a lot of people ask me about shipping. It's very hard at the moment due to COVID and Brexit.
Yeah, it's actually, what's crazy is we live in Europe, and it's almost impossible to get animals back from Europe. I'm not saying impossible because I've got the Infernos back, but it's really hard work, expensive. It's actually easier to get stuff from America and Canada. And I know a lot of people say, oh, how do you go about that? You have to get, let's say you bought an animal in America, you have to pay for it to be couriered to Canada, to Northern Lights, and then they do all the other work, get it over here. But it is so high. And the same, it's easier for us to send them to America than Europe, because obviously Brexit and everything, it will sort itself out, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it'll be good for us all to get together, and it's something you could do, Jay, because I'm not completely, I don't know. You're very international what you do, because you've got Black Knights and whatnot. So you would be a good stepping stone, speaking to like Aaron and whatnot, to say, look, I've got 10 breeders here. They all want stuff. You know how much stuff Aaron's got. So
exactly.
Stonewash now, it's different level, and we can all get them back cheap. Well, cheap in the courier.
Yeah, well, any UK breeder who wants to jump in on this, just drop me a message saying you do. And then obviously we can go from there. Obviously I'll get an import from the USA. So we do like maybe like twice a year or something, you know what I mean? So you find your geckos, put a deposit on it, everyone chips in. Then I'll set up an import from the USA to UK. And then even if I have to go pick up all the geckos, and like a carrier will I spoke to I think MCC Carrier
Yeah.
about then dispersing all the geckos from the airport to their, you know, to everyone.
Yeah.
Give them business and whatnot, which is brilliant. I've got, like I said, I've got one coming from Japan in September. I've just done a Europe import, and the last person was Chloe who jumped on that. I'm not sure if I can get any more on it. It's kind of very touch and go, the Europe stuff, as you know.
Yeah.
And then I plan to do a USA import around September also. So let me know, you know what I mean?
So Burke's Reptile said, would we ship to Canada? I would, and I'm pretty sure Jay would. It is quite straightforward, but obviously it is going to be a little bit more expensive than just getting your gecko from USA. If you're from USA, or if you're from the UK, to get a gecko brought to you from somebody in the UK is going to cost you around about £30–40. But obviously when you start going overseas, it's when it starts getting more and more expensive. But if we all, like Jay said, we all get together on them, it'd be a lot more cheaper and a lot more affordable.
I know if we can get our geckos to Ham, I know I can send geckos around the world for about 35 geckos a piece. Just £35 a piece on the gecko to send it around the world. Safe too, very safe from a legit carrier, because they're so big and they do so many to that place. It's like everyone's chipping in to pay for that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just so cheap.
Whenever anything goes wrong with Ham, it affects everybody. It's like what Stefan just said. I want the reptile show in Ham to open again. I can imagine. I really want to get back down there into Ham. I'd love it. I would even drive. But he just asked another question. All the UK shows got cancelled. We were supposed to have a show this weekend today. We were supposed to be at Doncaster show, which is the biggest show we got here in the UK. And there's a few other small ones down south and whatnot, but they've all been cancelled because of COVID. And I should be honest with you, I think this year is going to be another write-off personally. And like with the shows, with the Doncaster, I mean, there must be a few thousand people in there. And how do you all social distance? I know they had other measures in place where they was going to do a band system where you go in, you get a band, and after an hour you need to get out. So what they'll do is that they give you a yellow band. They'll say, okay, from 11 o'clock to 12, you yellow banders need to get out, and then they'll go in, check the yellow band, people tell to go. I just don't know how it's going to work. I just want it all to go back to normal, really. Like when I used to do the courier, I got to meet everybody, but now I can't meet anybody. Luckily, Jay lives 20 minutes from me, and Ron's only around the corner, really.
Cheers, mate.
I've got one of my males here to show off, Outcross.
So bear with camera work.
This male's a little bit runny too, a little bit of a. So it's a Max Snow. Can you see it, George?
Yeah, mate, see that.
That's a male Max Snow Heticlips Black Knight. Now the female, you see the female where her black dots are and whatnot. So all that black showing should stay, and then the white you're seeing should go as that dark greyish kind of carbon look.
Carbon colour, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. So this is my personal holdback, and I have one more, just like this fella, that will be up for grabs.
Yeah, so it's a shame they don't keep that white. That white is so crisp.
Yeah, it goes yellow, don't it, really?
It is so nice. When I saw it, I was like, Jesus, I need it stays like that. Look at it.
Yeah.
You must have people over the world asking for those.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I always say to people, go for the crosses, always. Go for a pure line male for sure. Like that's the best option if you're gonna want darkness into your collection. But if you want to produce some, a nice amount of geckos, or even just have good results from your pairings, I'd go for an outcross for sure.
Yeah, that's that.
I've enjoyed the. This is most of my babies are from one Max Snow Eclipse female to him, and they're just out of this world, honestly.
Have you had better success with the eggs, with the crossing of the...
Yeah,
no
problems. No problems whatsoever.
That's what we need. That's so nice.
I have a few more eggs. I have 3 more. Oh, no, I hatched 2, didn't I? I have 2 more eggs from the parent, and that's it from her. Them 2 are also incubated for male, and I don't plan to keep them. I only plan to keep the one Max Snow Heticlips, the male Max Snow Heticlips, and the Heticlips female, it's pure black.
Nice.
yeah, I'm hoping next season I get some visual eclipses, maybe some pied stuff, you know, from the Black Knights.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. The black pied stuff, because of the black and white contrast, insane, insane. You also got that. You sent me a message about a week ago and going, I just bought a cipher. And he showed me, and I was like, hang on, where's that? You go and get that one.
I'll have to, it might be here somewhere. That one also is from the same pair in the Midnight Blizzard Eclipse, bear in mind. I'm going to go grab that Leo then, George.
I'm going to show everyone this super giant baby I've got, because I think it's in now. I'm well happy with it. Let me just show everyone it. So it hatched on... One second, let me get the right tub. So it hatched on the 14th of June. It's definitely my holdback. It's a pastel supergiant raptor. Just get him out. Not babies can be like. He's an absolute tank. You can see the side of him already. 15th of... Ooh!
Switch.
This camera, so big boy already. The head on him as well, the colour enhancer in the pastel.
My biggest supergiant comes from you, George.
Yeah, you need to get him. Honestly, I love that male. Even
moisturised. No, he ain't.
Who said that? Who was it?
Dan.
Oh, of course it was. Go eat a bread cake, mate.
Dan?
Yeah.
Why?
You see that, George?
Cipher. That's a cipher.
Yeah. So this is obviously a normal het blizzard, het eclipse, possible het tremper. This is from the Black Knight outcross. So you see how they vary from very dark to absolute normals.
Yeah.
But that, the line on it's really nice, actually. I call it, just a fake cipher, I call it. Literally. Nothing.
Did that one hatch dark, Jay?
Well, they honestly, George, they change colour by the minute.
So that's what would worry me, because I'm so paranoid about what leaves here. It's like with the supergiants, and Stefan, if he's still in, he might understand. This season, I'm going to be saying to people, it's a possible supergiant. They're from supergiant pairings, but the reason why I say that is you do sometimes get a gecko that won't reach the size, and they look at you and like, you said it was supergiant. Well, it has cut. The parents are supergiant, but you will get the one or two that will not reach the full size. It's just something I can't help. And I've had a few breeders say to me, "Oh, you need to hold back all of them to about 100 grams if you want to sell them as giants." That's impossible. I wouldn't have. As you can see, I keep everything in quite big tubs, 32-litre tubs. I can't keep every single supergiant to 100 grams. It's impossible. So this year, I'm going to say to people, like, there is a possibility it might not grow. Not saying it won't grow, but it might not reach the big boy size. And it's just the same with Black Knights. You must think, oh, I'm a bit worried. I don't want to sell someone a Black Knight, and then 2 months later, this Black Knight's like a normal. I
give a disclaimer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simply, I keep them on the temperatures, like, normal temperatures. Don't mess around with that. There's every chance a Black Knight can lighten up, but I've got a good sense, when they hatch and when they develop, that that's not going to lighten up, kind of thing.
Now, yeah. It's like the hatchmate to the supergiant I just showed. He's like half the size, so I know that big boy. He's going to be huge. But they all grow differently and whatnot. But it's the same with everything. I'm just going to start labeling things as like you never know sort of thing. Stunning.
So this is a Snow Max Snow. This was from the same pairing, the Midnight Blizzard Eclipse to the Black Knight. Obviously, if I show you the siblings to this, the other Snows that come from this pairing, it looks nothing like them. Nothing at all. It's absolutely stunning. It's one of my favourite hatchlings. This. I have to hold it back for a while. Nothing comes of it. I'll just be releasing it. I have much plans with the with this line, to be honest with you. I wanted to go for the Midnight Blizzard Black Knights, but seeing how the blizzards just change colour every other minute, it kind of put me off.
Yeah.
I've got Midnights also, which just they go from dark to light within 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember coming over and you said, "Do you want to see something cool?" Got the Midnight Blizzard in his hand and went, "Watch." Gave it 5 minutes, like a normal blizzard.
Yep. I don't mind the obviously the Tremper Blizzard stuff. I love that stuff. That keeps white and whatnot. But yeah, the Midnight stuff a little bit disappointing actually. But saying that, Chloe Hines, she was on the group chat with us, and she said that her stuff actually holds colour, and her Midnight stuff is some of the absolute best Midnight stuff I've seen. It's like chocolate brown.
Yeah, it is dark. I think KLG have got some dark ones. They've hatched out some dark ones.
Amazing, honestly. I look at that and go, that reminds me of a Black Knight Murphy Patternless.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Lady Virgo, or I don't know how to pronounce her, and I think she does a
lot
of midnight Black Knight MPs, and they do look like Midnights.
Yeah, I spoke with Liddy a few weeks ago about a few crosses and whatnot. She's got some really nice stuff going on, like the Ash Black Knight. Really nice.
To Trey at Palmetto State Geckos, that was hatched on the 15th of June, that baby. It's 27th today, so what's that? 12 days old, almost 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. I can see him now. That one is going to be a big gecko, and he's incubated for male too, so he's be a huge gecko. And a lot of people with the super giants, they think they eat a ton of food and stuff. They just act like normal. The only thing is the space, the size of them. You can't keep loads of Black Knights back. Even the females get big. They don't get as big, but yeah.
You see that, George?
Yeah, nice.
This is another male I hatched. This one's smashing food and growing very fast. Max Snow Black Knight Het Eclipse. I won't be keeping this one either. This one will be going up on my site. I'm hoping this one will also keep all that blackness, I hope, and then the whiteness fades out to that very darkish grey carbon kind of look.
Yeah.
The other one's just slightly better, showing more black on these sides. You see where the pattern is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the other one's showing more black than white, so I've decided to hold him back. But like I said, I've got to wait until a lot of them hit 20-30 grams before I start releasing. Yeah. So everyone's asking me at the moment, what you got available? I have got geckos available. I let 2 sales slip only because it just made sense to make them, let them go. They weren't anything special.
You probably saw the full development of them and whatnot.
Yeah, and no one's really after the ones that come from that, so it didn't really matter. So I went, I'll let them 2 go. But this stuff, the Black Knight stuff, is all going to be kept back until 20-30 grams and then all released at once.
Yeah, I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I used to do, like, for all the other seasons I was breeding, I'll get a couple of geckos to reach 30 grams and I'll sell them. But this time what I'm going to do is, I'll get a lot of people messaging me all the time, maybe, what's your availabilities? Is that ready? Oh, you posted that hatch and I really like it. How much is that for available? I'm literally going to leave everything to about 30 grams because every year I let things go too soon and then they'll show me a picture of it 6 months later and I'm kicking myself in the foot. Look, the super giant from Jay, honestly, I gave it to him as a gift. It was a laugh. It was about that big. I didn't realise it was going to get as big as it was. Now it's probably ended up being one of the biggest ones I've produced, and the size, the absolute size of it. But I want to show you the Stonewash stuff. Actually, there's one gecko from the Stonewash crosses that's really got everyone's eye. You know what I'm talking about? The stripy one.
Yeah.
Where are you?
No, you're right. I've got a locus on the sofa, but
oh, bear with me.
I know you want to get this.
Don't.
Wrong rack. Again, you probably won't really be able to see it. This one.
Oh yeah, that's really nice.
Special.
A lovely
Stonewash cross. It's the camera light. Stonewash cross, Raptor, Het Murphy patternless.
That's really nice, mate.
Yeah, it's that stripe, and it looks like with the head as well. That stonewash coming in. Whoop! Playing ping pong with geckos. We have to try and get Stefan on to show us what the Supergiants are all about.
Yeah, he needs to show 4 off, don't he?
Yeah.
I've got 4 son here. He's less than a year old and he's already over 100 grams.
I thought he was 2 years old. He's that big.
No, he's not even a year old. I think he's about 8, I think, or 9 months. I think 10. No, sorry, 10 or 9, or maybe 11. Not too sure. But he's huge.
He's big. He's big.
I'm hoping. Well, your male is out of this world. You know what I mean? Like he's 2-hand gecko. You know what I mean? I think he's like 130 grams last time I checked.
That's the thing when people come to me for Supergiants, they want that too. Like your hands ain't even small. Do you know what I mean? Mine like pillows. So when people are seeing that big animal like that, expecting every single one to be like it won't always be the case.
No.
But it's like I've got a Supergiant male here. One of my favourites who hatched last season, end of summer. Still got a lot of growing to do.
They say 2 years with the Supergiants, don't they?
Yeah, really.
Your male's only a year old then. He'll be ready next season.
Yeah. But you can see the length as well. People always think size, you've got the length.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to be fair, I'll keep this gecko just for that reverse stripe.
It's lovely.
One of my favourite geckos, this one. My actual favourite, I don't know whether you've seen it, Jay, Smiley. That's why I got my
Smiley head,
Yeah, that's my favourite. And believe it or not, I actually hatched that gecko myself, as in cut the egg. And I mean, I don't ever do it, but it was going on to like 75 days and the clutch mate already came out 20 days before. And I thought, you know what? It's probably going to be dead. Cut it open, managed to live, and obviously a little part of that made me think, oh, I'm never getting rid of that gecko. Let me get you Smiley out. Because at the moment, because I sold a few people Smileys, including Adam, and they're all, this female is pumping out these Smileys.
Aye.
It's a shame about the camera. I will get a, obviously this is all new to me, so
yeah, same here, mate. Same here.
I will get a better camera, but you can see that. Someone actually said to me, "Is that a Pinto?" I'm like, no. She's insane. My favourite gecko, this one. But this is the gecko I was saying to Mutant Geckos, Kevin, and I was sort of talking to him because he was saying to me about a Het Supergiant. And I said, I don't really know about a Het Supergiant. I personally think it's a line bred. But I was saying to him about this gecko. She goes on to make huge geckos, and she came from a Supergiant parent, but she's small.
Yeah,
and she still makes huge geckos. Huge gecko. This is my favourite gecko. So when I go to the shows, she come in just for everyone to look at. It's the smiley head. And as we cut the smiley heads I've let go, and I'm like, what have I done?
What have you done?
You raised Adam's one for a little bit. You see how quick they were going.
Yeah. Little geckos stop here sometimes from him. Obviously, he's not mainland. He's hatched some absolute stunners over the season, Adam. Bless him. He had an awful season last season, weren't it? And then this season he smashed it.
Yeah.
Caught short this time, didn't
Yeah.
He
got caught short.
he? Literally caught short.
Stefan, for me, there's no hets. I agree. I totally agree. I think it's line bred, big gecko to big gecko. It's the same with Black Knight. If you pair, Black Knight's been a line bred tray. Black Knight's technically just a normal that's dark.
Yeah.
It's like if you pair a non-giant to a supergiant, you're going to get big geckos. And you're still going to get normals. It's like a supergiant to supergiant, you're still going to get normal sized geckos. For some reason, I understand what Mutant is saying, and I'm still a little bit, my head's a bit with it. But she isn't a supergiant size, and she's still producing supergiants. I don't know whether it's because it's in her blood. I don't know whether there's a het. I don't think there's a het. I think it's in the blood, but there's still so much to learn. But she is amazing and hatches some big geckos. But yeah, I've got so much stuff going on here. I've got so many more Supergiant pairings. I've got another Stonewash cross. I've got a lot of people asking about this one. It's just a straight up raptor with that pied head. You know, like the old school raptors, that's orange with a pied head.
Mm.
The amount of people, and I say to all of them, you got first dibs. And I think, oh, I said that to about 5 people.
I do the same.
Also got that G&T I want to show that from Chloe. Insane. She's ovulating like no one's business right now, but she is insane. So this is, that's the wrong one. So when do you think your website will go live, Jay? When do you think it'll be when you get availables and whatnot?
Well, that's the thing. I could make it go live now, but there's no point opening up my website and having nothing to put on it.
Yeah.
Or throwing 1 or 2 up there. So I think obviously Black Knights take a little bit more time to grow, get them to that size, you know, for sale. I've also just started getting a lot of eggs, like in the incubator now. I've got all the male pure Black Knights incubating. I've got a couple more females. I think I've got 5, 6 pure line male Black Knight female, Black Knight incubating.
Oh,
a couple females. But the thing is, I've still got 4 or 5 Black Knight females laying. So it's kind of like, if I raise the first lot and then sell them, that would be nice. But then there'll be another wave at some point for the younger ones.
Well, here's another Supergiant I'm going to show. Because the thing is with Supergiants is a lot of the time they just look like just a standard albino. So, and Stefan mentioned it as well. What we're trying to do now is get that colour into it.
Yeah, contrast geckos did ask about the Supergiants, colour and whatnot.
Because they always look like just a standard Tremper. I always find Supergiants to be quite bright anyway. I've got a baby on the loose, by the way. I was going to show you this one, but I'm not now. Nice little jungle patterning. I was going to show you it better, but it's been an arsehole.
Yeah, it happens, mate.
Yeah. I really want to show you that. Got babies everywhere. I really want to show you that Stonewash Cross Raptor. It's insane.
I've got one here. I'll quickly show off while you're getting that up. This one's been a little arsehole too. Come on, mate. Come on, fella.
Hopefully the camera's on.
Right, can you... So this gecko is from the same pairing of the Max Snow Eclipse to the Black Knight. This is a Black Knight Het Eclipse. Did look snow, but it's very hard to tell. I personally think it's just a Het Eclipse, which is nice. Hatched out very dark, and now obviously it's losing the blackness. You can see that. But it will still keep a very shade of darkness to this gecko. It will just keep a shade of darkness for sure. I've got one just like this, but older, and it's like they go very rusty looking.
Yeah.
Very nice. Like, it's a cross.
Yeah, Chloe.
Still in.
That's nice, George.
Yeah, really nice. Just that's how a raptor should look. This is
sure.
Yeah, that's lovely, mate.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
Love you too.
Also got a Stonewash Cross. You know
Whatever.
You know Chris Sutton, don't you, Jay?
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, CNN. I've got a lovely. Well, pretty much nicked it off of him. It's that nice Stonewash Cross off of him. All his geckos are wham. So that's another Stonewash Cross. That looks better in that camera there. It's that banding. It's like with the coppers. It's that banding I love. And you can see in the head, you can see the Stonewash coming in. Oh, let me show Chloe's G&T one. I'm getting carried away now. How did Joe Sunglow look today?
Oh, it's popping, mate.
If you bear with me, I'll grab that on the way back.
I'll get the G&T while you're doing that.
Alright,
Yeah, his Sunglow was really nice. I also got a Universe from KLG today. That originally was from JWGeckos, I think. Come on, fella.
I am shining. Reptile and bacon.
Oh.
Feel kind of cute, you know.
Jay, do you want your Universe as well?
Nah, I'm alright, mate. Can you see this? Oh, I'll wait for you, George, to come back. And
Yeah, no, I'm here, mate. I'm here.
Can you see that?
Give me 2 seconds, I'll do it. Hopefully mine doesn't go around.
Nice.
That's a Black Knight Het Eclipse that hatched yesterday.
Yeah.
This one I think will get. It will get very dark, but it's also because of the amount of pattern on the back. I think it could also get light. I'll be able to tell more if it's first or second shed, but very nice one for an outcross anyway. That's a very nice Black Knight.
Mate, your crosses are just unfair. You're going to get so many people that are going to get a jet black Knight, pair it to something Max Snow, and think, oh, I'm going to make some nice dark Max Snows here. Nah. It's that male, mate. It's that male. The females are very, very nice, but that male. I remember when we picked up your first male, and it was jet black. I picked up the bastard. The breeder actually said to me, like the breeder who picked it up for Jay, Michael Edge, he goes to me, can you take this away from me? Because I've got like 2 grand geckos sitting here. And I was like, oh, all right. But this is one of the G&Ts from Chloe. Joe's got one. Honestly, insane. I was so surprised how good they look. Like, look at the green on that.
Reminds me of the Inferno, kind of.
Look at the green on that.
Mm.
I love just the one spot. It's ridiculous, but I just love that one spot. She's ovulating like no one's business, and I'm not pairing her this year. She's too good.
And what I'll do is I'll let Joe sit here and show off his Sunglow, mate. I'm going to put a few of these back.
Yeah, go on, Joe.
Go on, Ron.
Don't drop any dry bits on our viewers.
Don't drop any dry.
Oh, you look hot.
Oh, mate.
You are, mate.
I've been having cheeky cups of water behind the camera, to be fair.
How are you feeling today? You feel ill?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I haven't got as much of a afternoon hangover that I thought I'd have. But yeah, this does look me very dry and red, doesn't it?
I thought you were going to be bad today after I saw you about 10 o'clock sucking on a bone.
Sucking on a bone.
Is that
Right. So obviously, like you just said as well, I've got a G&T myself. I'm an hour away from home, so obviously I didn't bring it with me just because
heat and whatnot.
That heat as well, and I don't want to disturb him really. I've still got to pair him again because I have a Tangelo tangerine line at home, and I don't want to really unsettle him.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, with your guys' season, this is my first, so mine's not
around.
Mine's not going so great. I thought Harry left England. Joe's face is almost the same colour as his hair.
Oh,
Cheers,
we're just trying to do a live for everybody, and they're just taking the mick out of you.
It's all right, mate. Used to it.
Like, look, I know you ain't got no eyebrows and eyelashes, but they don't need to tell you that.
So here's my little sun. Oh, slow there. My little Sunglow. People.
Very nice. Very nice. A lot of the old school morphs are coming back now, like your Tangelos, your Sunglows. They're coming back. They're coming back with a hit. It's like Dave's Amber Sunglows. Insane, absolutely insane. But that's really nice, mate. You must be well happy with that. It's only going to get brighter as well.
Yeah, I know. KLG, obviously, who I got this from. Obviously, I picked it up earlier. Her pairing, they're so bright. Honestly, so bright, mate. That's why I wanted one of these. Like with unfortunately, with my Tang pairings of my G&T and my Tangelo at the minute, I've only had slugs. So I'm waiting and obviously going to pair again just so I can try and get some geckos out of them because I'd love to see what would come out of them.
Yeah.
Because honestly, my boy is as bright anyway, and my Tangelos, oh sugar, as bright as my Sunglow. So yeah, and this Sunglow is for next season, just to add, so I can add to the line, see if I can get some nice crosses out of them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with that GNT, because he's got like you said, he's got those wings, like a wing pattern on his back.
Yeah, so he's out of the patterns he is with GNTs, obviously with anything you get your different ones. So with my GNT, he's broken pattern, and yeah, he does look like he's got a little pair of green wings, or he did when he was little. I'd pull out my phone, but it'd look a bit silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have a flip through Instagram.
So what have you hatched so far, and you got many eggs left, or I know you've hatched a few DBs, haven't you?
So at the minute, unfortunately, I've had a couple of slugs, and with it being my first season, I haven't got loads of geckos like yourself and like Jay. So I've had my selection of geckos that I'm trying to breed, and like with this one, I'm about to try and show you that I got from Jay. I think they're Blazing Blizzards, 66%. Hair clips as well.
66, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously, stop jumping. Go on, tilt. So with this one, and obviously you're the one that you've birthed this.
Mm-hmm.
So tell the viewers what, obviously this one is basically the same. It looks like a banana blizzard, but obviously a banana blizzard is a Murphy patternless mix with a blizzard, whereas this has come from
Blazing Blizzard and DB. I've had a few, like the yellow body stuff. We just call it yellow body here, but I gave the whole project to Joe. He's had all the yellow ones off me.
So the plan is with this one is obviously just to get this solid yellow body, grey head, and eventually really is skittish like it's brothers and sisters.
Looks like he's running on ice.
So yeah, the plan is with this obviously to get the yellow body solid and get the nice colour in with the head and the tail, because eventually, if you saw with the end of the tail, there's normally a little orange band after the yellow and just before the white. So the plan is eventually to get the yellow nice and bright from a little bit of line breeding, and possibly maybe eventually mixing a bit of Midnight Blizzard, possibly just to try and get it a little bit darker.
Yeah, mate, 100%, 100%. Work. I always say to people, work with what you like. Don't just get loads of numbers and loads of things just to splash together. Like all the geckos I got here is what I want to work with. And
So you make this difficult, Jay.
everything I sell will be what it's not going to be held back. So everything I produce here is to try and better what I've got and hold back. And anything that doesn't quite make the hold back gets moved on. But it is the rainwater before Jay takes over the show with his Black Knight.
Yeah.
This is my new.
I'll wait for you, mate. Sorry.
That's the new rainwater from LM in USA. Stunning firewater.
Stunning.
So nice. It did come with a regen at the bottom. Took a bit of money off the price, but it's the jeans I want, not the tail. Stunning gecko. But let's let Jay take over the show now.
All right.
I can't compete with the Black Knights, Jay.
So here I've got an outcross Black Knight and a pure line. I can't see much difference, to be honest with you.
Jay, like I said, mate, if you would have got one of your crosses out and said,
what's the difference?
What do you reckon that is? I'll just ask the Black Knight. That's just a Black Knight, that.
Yeah.
Got a few questions here. How's the Cresties going? Yeah, the Cresties are going really well, Harley. Haven't got them here. Got my Cresties back at my flat. All the Leopard geckos are here at my parents'. Got a little like office room thing here. Got all my racks and whatnot. Yeah, the Cresties are mine. I should do a live actually on the Cresties. Absolutely not. But Leos are my thing. That's insane, Jay.
I'm loving the Cresty stuff too.
You got to get you show us your when you've done with your Black Knight. Sorry to jump the gun. Show us your. That's the best Cresty I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's like black and gold. It's like if Louis Vuitton was a Cresty, it would be that one. Because I guess we got a few cresty lovers in here.
I have to grab the cresty and I'll put
The
it
only
in
stunner being flashed around here is me, mate. Let me get my super giant female out.
Yeah, I'll grab the cresty out in about 5 minutes.
This is my main super giant female. She came from Steve. Well, I've got somebody got it from Steve. She has had an awful season. I said this on Luna's live. You can see she's quite big for a female. She's about 80 grams right now. For some reason with super giants, what I've noticed, I don't know whether it's that female in particularly, but she seems to have a good season, a bad season, a good season, a bad season. This season's a bad one. She has laid fertile eggs, but they're almost like balloons, like an infertile egg.
I've had that with my Black Knights too, a lot of them.
And do you also, I don't know whether you get it, I know a few other people I spoke to in the hobby, do you ever get some that just lay like a goo? It's like, looks like a broken egg. Do you
I've
get
had it once this I've had it once this season with a with one of Adam's geckos, Opal, another Black Knight, if you can call her that. She laid a bunch of goo, but she's also carried on. I think she gave me 1 or 2 fertile eggs. Only one's survived. So I've got one from her incubating for male. You know, Adam's absolutely crapping his pants over it.
Mm.
I bet he is. Like a little child, isn't it?
Very little pants.
Yeah. All I do is
questions. Be nice to hear some questions. Be nice to hear some questions.
Yeah,
I'm looking like Joe.
I'm gonna throw this female back in, mate. I'm gonna get the black cresty ready.
Yeah. Get the yellow tiger at some point as well. That's a lovely cresty. Yeah, Trey. Honestly, it's one of them things up with Joe because of I don't know how many geckos you've got. Because of what have I got here? Got a rack there, rack there, rack there. I must have 60 geckos, 70 geckos. Because I've got so many, I do get 5 a season. That just, it's like one of my main stonewash females. But I want to give a little shout out to Michael for, because I've always wanted to work with stonewash, and there's not too many people work with them over here. And I know Jam Exotics, John, he's the one that pretty much brought them over and was working with them, and he moved them on to Michael. And then I asked Michael for some stonewashes, and he said, I tell you what, I've got a little group here, and I've got a little project I was doing. I know you would do well with it, and you're not new to the hobby, you're up and coming and whatnot. I really do think you should like give it a try, and it's been probably the best thing I've ever done. I just love the stonewash crosses. Honestly, Stefan, some of the super giants you're popping are insane. Actually, some of them look like high contrast with that like bright banding across the head. It's absolutely insane. I need to take one off you. I need to. I'll come to Germany and wrestle you for one.
Oh, I said, George, you can always use the 4 sun I got from.
100%. Teamwork, mate. Teamwork.
I'm gonna let this female fire up a bit so I can fully show her off. So any questions, that'd be questions, mate.
I was going to say to JWGeckos, they said about how to get some stonewash in the US. There's quite a few people in the US with them. I think Aaron can get them to the US. I mean, Aaron's got some of the best stonewash stuff, and I know he does.
Aaron.
He does a lot of business with Steve, doesn't he? So
yeah,
it could work that way. I could probably get some. I haven't got pure stonewashes here. Mine are all crosses. I could probably get some. I'm thinking I'm going to have my availables going on the website, the first 30 or so. Probably going to go on the website end of July, maybe early August. So keep an eye then. I can get them to you, but there is people in the USA. I'm happy if you drop me a message, and after the live, I can forward you to some people. But I just said it then. I don't have no pure stonewash stuff. It's all crosses. But yeah, Stefan, I need one in 4s. Go on, Jay. You got a cresty there?
Yeah, it's firing up a little bit.
Just want to say hello to my little cousin Dan, Glover D, tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, Stefan, when we come to Germany, mate, we have to have some food or something always got the utmost respect for you. You always support me and Jay. So you do get some breeders that just, for some reason, talk crap down to you, sort of thing. You've always been. You're the one with 4, so you're like an idol in my eyes. Super Giants is what started it all for me, and I've seen Jay's 4. Insane.
Love him. Yeah, I was stepping for a female. Things that so what I have one plan, which is I also think it's a stupid plan, but also isn't. So I've got giant black knights being imported soon. Obviously, my plan was to add my darkness into these giants, but ultimately I'm going to lose the size whilst trying. Yeah. Well, it depends, because my male seems to be throwing out some unreal stuff with the crosses. So the plan was like, get these giants in and play around with them. At some point, the thing is, I wanted, if I'm going to go for a super giant line, as you know, I want to go for the very, very best.
Yeah.
4. There you go. I went for 4. So the plans I had with the 4 son was DB, weren't it? It's just a super giant Diablo Blanco Super Snows. I'll input the Odin line into that, I think, and then I'll input more actual super giant Diablos from T-Dragons himself and Steve. But I want to go for the large pure blacks. I think even if it takes me 10, 15 years, I think that's one of my ultimate goals. Go for a big 100-gram, 120-gram Black Knight. Even if it's not fully black, a nice, real, dark.
Yeah. The thing is with viewpoint, though, if you cross a super giant with a Black Knight to obviously get a super giant Black Knight, because the Black Knights are on the smaller side, with a bigger Black Knight, even though it won't reach your 180 grams, if it got to, let's say, 100 grams, would that be labelled as a giant? I'm assume so. It's like super snows stay quite small.
I
know what I'm trying to say?
With giants, I'm not too clued up with the super giants and whatnot. Obviously, it's my first season having them. I'd like to do more research.
Stefan said 2 line breeds combined will be really difficult.
Yeah, 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years, I reckon. So obviously, what you're doing is you're trying to get the size, but also keep the darkness. And when you're trying to keep the darkness, because Black Knights are small geckos anyway, you're adding small back to big, and then you're undoing your work, kind of thing. But
loads inbred in the super giants and the Black Knights too, and then it's all getting mixed together. It will be hard, but it's not impossible.
No, I think with the correct outbreed, crossing and whatnot, I reckon it's possible. Aaron's had some really good results, and that's who I'm importing the 2 giants from, the giant Black Knights from. He's given me a head start on them from like Europe wise. I don't think anyone else will have them. Yeah. It'll be nice, obviously, he's top man for that. But ultimately, I'd want to input some real super giant line on there, like the 4 super giant line onto the Black Knights. Eliminate the Tremper on it and go from there, but also keep the size.
This is why we do what we do. It's all for a bit of fun. Like you put things together and random mutations pop up and whatnot. It's how anything gets made. Little line breed and just try it out. Like I said, I'm not going to go too much detail of what I'm doing here with the Stonewash. But cut a long story short, I had 5 Murphy Platinums group. I was originally going to go for platinums and whatnot, but unfortunately the male I've got is staying quite small, so I had a last minute decision what I'm doing, and it might not work visually because it's stonewash as well. Sometimes it doesn't even come through. I won't even label it stonewash cross if I can't see no stonewashing. But I'm working with something, and if I hit it, I'm going to be so happy. But it's all like, it might not work, it might work, but I'm doing it because of a bit of fun. I don't think anybody else is doing it, and
it is a hobby for me still. This is a passion. Do you know what I mean? I love doing it. You know me, I've always wanted black and white animals.
When we first met, I remember you saw that Super Snack clips I had, and this is back when they were like not a new thing, but it was like, oh, that's really nice. And you always said monochrome, grey, black, white, black and white. It's always been black and white. And you've stayed true for the last 6-7 years or however long you've been doing it. But,
yeah, exactly.
I like colours. It's like when I brought my Leos over to you, like, they're so bright. Yeah.
It's a difference, isn't it? When I go from like the greys, the blacks, and I see them. Like recently the orange geckos. Obviously, I got some of the cherry bombs coming over from Japan, and they are outstanding. The only reason why I wanted to go for the cherry bombs was because I've seen a nearly red gecko from the cherry bomb line.
You wanted to get a cherry bomb because nobody else has one.
No, it's it was just the fact, you know, I've always wanted the red looking gecko, you know. I want to go for the reddest kind of line, and when I saw the gecko that Aaron produced out of the cherry bombs, I knew straight away I need that project.
100%.
I'm lucky because Aaron's going to really sort me out with nicer ones than I originally ordered, because he got delayed again.
Yeah, because you was supposed to get a was it a 1.2 trio off of Urban?
I was meant to get 3 different tang lines from Urban, and don't want to go too much into it, but it fell through.
Yeah, I've heard a few stories. Things happen for a reason.
James, they are similar. I've totally forgot what the genetics, the lines are in the cherry bombs, but it does come from tornadoes also. Yeah, it's line bred with the tornadoes, I believe.
I'm assuming that's Aaron's line, ain't it?
I think it. So it's been so long, like I said, I don't remember what the actual line is. It's been long since we spoke about them, because it obviously got delayed, but I've got it on messages. It is. I think it was Aaron. I think it was either the bread brick is a really nice project. That's Aaron's. It was originally Steve's, but given to Aaron. We all love Urban.
Oh, he tried to bite me. That's Gem Snow, Stonewash Cross, possible white and yellow.
I want to get into the tug snows too. I spoke to James about that. And I spoke to Cambridge either. I want a pure, it's either tug or gem. I want to do just another mix of Black Knights, just, you know.
Yeah. No, I don't think I've heard of a tug snow cross Black Knight. I've got a few tugs here, but
I've seen them. There's some really nice ones.
Oh, there is Black Knight tugs out there.
Yeah, some really nice ones.
I love how it doesn't have a super form.
The ciphers. I have a project in mind with the ciphers. I don't mind talking about all my projects. That's nice, George.
White and yellow Tug Snow Raptor from the original line.
That's really nice.
The lighting is awful. And I've also got a female. I know James is going to be like, oh, I'm the tug master.
Yeah, if anyone wants a tug, he's producing a lot of tugs at the moment, isn't he?
This is the female. Had 2 clutches of eggs of her so far. I'm expecting one more. Yeah,
lovely.
That should be her. I wish, what I have to do is, if these lives go well, I'll get some kind of, I don't know, can you get like a GoPro or something? Because these cameras
on your head. Yeah. So Stefan asked about the ciphers, what we think about them.
Ciphers are not my cup of tea. Like I don't know much about the cipher, but when they hatch, they look amazing. If you can keep that line, that big black stripe, then I would be up for that. A lot of people know I love my stripe stuff, but I think it goes away when they're older. Almost look a little bit normalish for me. To spend that sort of money on that, but you probably know more about it than I do, Jay.
Obviously, they hatch with that line, don't they? And the thing is, with genetics, you don't know how genetics are going to work with other genetics. So with the cipher, what I've seen is they hatch with a nice line, and then it kind of fades out by adult.
Yeah.
However, look what Eclipse does to Super Snow, and look what Eclipse does to like a lot of the genetics it mixes with. You just don't know how it could work really well with some genetics. I had a project in mind about the cipher with a Max Snow Eclipse Black Knight. I just want the line. If the line, line bred cipher, and then get the line on the Black Knight Max Snow Eclipse, that would look amazing.
Well, like you said yesterday, mate, you said cipher's so new. So if you could get into cipher now, think about all the crosses and things that could happen.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very early, so you can wait, and then by the time everyone's done everything with it, it'll be cheaper. Yeah, but it's kind of already been done. If you take the risk, grab one, and end up making some amazing stuff, do you know what I mean? It's yeah.
And no, you'll get a cipher and go, cipher, so John, here I come.
There you go. You know, it's another project you can jump on.
Exactly.
I personally, I wouldn't have any interest in that. If I ever got one, you wanted to do that, go ahead. But I think I'd stick the Max Snow stuff on it. I think.
Yeah. One of my favourite males.
Mm.
I've got to try and like round them over so I can show you on the camera. I'm so going to get bit at some point. There you go. Want to try and get that keratin full when I try green line. But I've got 2 green lines that are definitely going to be available. I'll show them now. They're just getting better and better. In my opinion, when it comes to tangerines, they always hatch looking normal. Like the best tangerines hatch looking normal, in my opinion. It's like I've got some clown cross blood, and they hatch looking normal, and now it just gets red, and the clown pattern is starting to come through.
I haven't hatched many tangs at all, so you'd know more.
But I'm pretty sure you will be hatching some fire tangs.
Yeah, well, I've got the mandarin tangerines coming from Molt, hopefully this season too. He's holding back some of the nicest ones for me.
See the carrot on the head on that. Yeah, Molt and Molt Misha. Is it Misha or Mika?
Mitcha.
Molt, Mitcha, and Aaron, probably the breeds with the stuff I like the most.
Yeah,
definitely.
I definitely like his orange stuff.
That Green Army stuff. If you can get your hands on one of them for me, that would be mental.
I can, yeah. If he's selling them, jump on my import. It's not a problem. Green Army stuff is really nice. I've seen that. I don't know if Caitlin was going to order one. I'm not too sure.
What?
I think was going to order one.
This is from JWGeckos, one of the MPs. Some reason the Germans go crazy for MPs. Got a nice little parrot.
Yeah, I keep getting asked for pure Murphy patternless as no hets.
Max Snow, Murphy patternless, Het T, TA, Het Eclipse. Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's London. London Leopard. How do you say it? London Leopard.
Leopard.
Yeah, that's it. They're the ones with the Green Army. Insane. This is a nice MP too. Just a tremper. So bright.
Yeah, lovely.
Did you get the Cresty out, Jay? Or is it still firing up?
No, it's just firing up a little bit. I can show you it if you want.
Still cooking, mate.
Still cooking.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Yeah.
Got so much stuff here. What does people want to see? I'll show you my main stonewash female. Unfortunately, she laying slugs this year. It's my first year with her, I say this year. I know she's been like a 20 egg layer. This is the main stonewash girl, but I haven't had much luck with her this season, unfortunately.
That's nice.
It's the eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the male I've got has been probably one of the best males I've had. He's big, don't mess around. And if you ever get a female that doesn't want to be mated, you know, you get them ones that are ovulating, but they don't want to mate, he will pin her down. But like, my favourite gecko at the moment, and what I'm most looking forward to, is probably definitely the Inferno. Hey, give me get her out again. Inferno is just something else.
Brina just mentioned about Barry. Yeah, only tangs. I think it's the same line as Molt. Molt got, I don't know who's from what, but the same line from the Mandarin Tangerines, I believe.
Should have got it, Jay.
Really nice female.
Wait till you see it in the flesh, mate. Any more questions? Anyone want to see? Did you respond to about the snow?
No, I haven't seen it, mate. What's the possible snow you have, Geeko?
Possible snow you
What
have,
do you
yeah.
mean? The weird looking gecko I hatched from the Pures.
Casey wants to see some bells. I've literally, last season, I had a huge bell season. And I've always been a Tremper guy, especially with the Super Giants. There's no Super Giant bells over in. It's a bit of a weird one with Super Giant bells with me because of I think they came from the Tremper morph. So that's therefore to get bell means at some point there would have had to have been a T Tremper to a bell, and then hold back. I know you can hold back 5-10 years, get the breeded bell out of it. But that's the only thing that's putting me off of it. I know it's been bred out of it and whatnot. But Tremper's my main thing. I've got a small collection of bells. I've got a white and yellow, lavender, gem snow, white face bell. I've got a bold tang. It's like it produced like a red stripe. This is one of my favourite ones I held back out of my bells.
That bum.
And he's a beast. For some, I don't know why he came out like this. Come here, Skitty. Look at that.
Lovely, mate.
It's that. As soon as I hatched him with that red stripe, I was like, "You weren't supposed to come out like that." So, and the eyes on him. I think Holly Price has got the siblings. This one. It's also the eyes. Look at that. And again, Americans go crazy for bells. Over here, we're flooded with them. But I just see Stefan. I feel you, George. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Relating back to the snow that whacked out from the Pures, until I test breed, there's not much I can say about it.
So what's your get the pole back? What at mine? Oh, show us the pole, Jay. It's got a dent in it now.
That's for gecko purposes, that pole.
Do you ever like reverse stripes? Then I know you're going to like this one. It's a Max Snow reverse stripe raider.
That's lovely.
She's going to produce some nice babies for sure. The thing with bells is the eyes on them as well.
I've seen with the white knights, they seem to have much better red eyes, don't they, than DBs.
Lee at Gecko Park, he's absolutely smashing the white knights this year. I might even take some off of him. I don't think it's with white geckos, in my opinion. Not shitting on what you do, Jay. There's only so much you can do with that. You know,
sure.
With black knights, you can cross them and just make dark mandarins or whatever. With it, you can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't cross a white knight. It's going to hatch a normal.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can do, in my opinion, with the white knights is
improve it,
get it better, get the eyes white, get the eyes redder, get the skin whiter.
That's what I've been line breeding the DBs for 5 years. I think the best. This is probably the best results this season on that one hatchling. I've got to obviously wait a while for it to grow, but I think I'll have to hold him back too. I've got 2 of them that are definitely DB, and they're so bright, so bright.
Oh, did mate? What a gecko!
Yeah,
you ain't ever gonna sell him. He's insane.
Well, that's the thing. I tried to steer away from it, and I was going to focus on just mainly the super giant DBs, and steer away from the pairing. I've done, the BB Het Eclipse stuff. But the stuff I've got this season, like the pied-looking ones and the pure white one, I think I'm going to have to carry on with them because it's just
100%.
And Gecko's got to hold back already.
A lot of people want, like, not necessarily breeders, but pet people. They want a gecko from Odin.
Yeah. It's obviously Odin's just one of my favourite geckos. He's produces like nice big geckos, no giants, no massive, like, it's just nice big geckos he produce. It's a fun line. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of fun. Yeah, I'll say the Odin line. It's not actually a line or anything. It's just a bit of fun. It comes from my favourite gecko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been Joe's cousin's just responded, or third cousin, second cousin, whatever it was, Lucy. She's had a SG off of me, and probably the best looking one I've hatched. Maybe not the biggest, but it's the best looking one. The smiley on it. I wish I kept it.
Yeah.
Does Ollie, do you want him to get Odin out? Because he keeps talking about Odin, never shows Odin.
Do you know what? He's going to bite my fingers off because he's hungry. I will show him. I will show him, mate. I'll be back in 1 second.
Right, let's make the stream dry again. Stop your nonsense. And obviously, along with his Odin, obviously, I've got his siblings. So I've got Zeus and I've got Star, Hera, what I call her. But yeah, he's a big boy.
One of them. One of them was big.
Obviously, Zeus being slightly smaller than Odin, my Zeus is what? He was 98 grams when I got him from you. And Odin's what? Like 115, almost 120 grams?
He's around that, yeah. I haven't weighed him in in all honesty, I haven't weighed him in ages. Like I said, I kind of steered away from pairing. He hasn't been paired. I did pair him this year to one of Chloe's geckos.
He's big,
paired
mate.
to a blizzard. Yeah, he's just a normal
big.
too. He's no giant or nothing. And the thing was, he shot up to like 80 grams in 4 months of age. Like, that's unreal. I thought it was absolutely unreal. For a normal gecko, he's very big.
He's big, mate.
He does produce bigger offspring too, but nothing giant wise or anything. It's nothing special basically. Yeah. But I do like to have fun with the line because he's one of my favourite geckos. So
he's wicked. And this is the thing with big geckos as well. Stefan will understand. There's so many times I've seen, oh, what is your gecko? Like someone just put, oh, I just bought this gecko, really happy with it. And then someone will say, what is it? And I go, it's a high yellow giant, got it from a pet shop. And I have to slowly go there, message in the comments and go, I don't think it's a giant. The reason why I say it's giants are lion bred, could be quite expensive.
Yeah.
But it's big. Oh, no, it's big. But yeah, he's big. If you said giant, I wouldn't be surprised. Looks like something's coming from Steve's. He's nice.
I think he's around 100, 115. I think.
Yeah, he's nice. Almost two-hander. You've gone quiet, Jay. I think you've gone on mute or something. Can everyone hear Jay? Because I can't hear Jay. I still can't hear Jay. Joe, can you hear? I can't hear. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can everyone hear me? Is it just me? I think you've muted. Typical. Can you guys hear me though? Okay. You can hear me? Good. Right, let me just invite him back. Lee, my man. I just want to say a big shout out to Lee, Viddy's Pets. He's the guy. When I first started this, when you're a first breeder and go on social media, I got absolutely written off on my first year. And Viddy's Pets, Lee, who Jay knows too, out of the blue messaged me and said, don't worry about everything. Everyone talks to anybody, drop me a message, this, that and the other. And I've always had the utmost respect for him for that. Because when I felt my lowest in the hobby, he was the one there with a little bit of experience, always backed me up. So big shout out to Viddy's Pets. You know Lee, didn't you, Jay?
Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, it's still cute.
Right, so I can't actually see you. So can't see the comments now, and I can't see you for some reason.
You're just a spin wheel, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee, yeah, he's amazing. Lee,
Billy Pets?
Yep, Billy Pets, amazing guy. One of the best people I've met in the hobby.
Yeah,
Guides me for anything I need. Always there.
Yeah, no rubbish. Gives you his opinion, and that's it. Same with when I was doing the courier. Like most of the people watching this point met me on my courier. He was always the supporter. So, oh no, this is what you do. And he used to work in a zoo as well. So any problems with any animals, drop him a message, and generally he's either worked with it or know somebody who has. But yeah. So Jay, Cresty, you can't see me, can you?
I can't see anything, mate. I can't see nothing. I can't even see the comments at the moment.
Typical. Crawly Wi-Fi, mate. Is that talk?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'll be back in 1 second, George. I'm just going to grab.
No worries.
Right.
Can everyone see me all right? Can everyone see me and Jay? Even though I can't see Jay, or no, I can see Jay, sorry. Jay can't see me. Can you see us both all right and everything? Perfect. Perfect. Cheers, Wacky. Okay.
What's been said, mate? So I can't see anything.
Yeah, what's the comment saying?
Everyone can see both of us. You just can't see me from the sounds of things. They can hear us.
So that sounds good with me, mate.
I just can't show you any geckos, Jay, but I'm here. I still think you're cute.
Cheers, fella. And then I cook for another 5 minutes, mate. I'm going to show her off at her best potential.
We'll have to do another live and do with just the Cresties.
Yeah, well, I've just got one off Luke Tanner, another Lily White. You see my dog in the background there. Another Lily White from Luke Tanner. I'm going to get another one from Elite Cresties. I'm really hoping to get a really high contrast Lily White female because I'm going to pair that all to the. I'm hoping for a visual Exantic this season from the Dark Girl. Nice. Yeah, and I'm going to go down that route. However, I've had no eggs so far. Nothing.
Animals, so that's the thing people don't realise because we work with animals, you can't, it's just one of them things, as you know, mate, like your first Black Knight season wasn't the greatest, but it's animals, you've got to deal with it. If you see it through, normally it comes through. Like the first season I had Super Giants, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Second season, bang. So you just one of them things.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm not too worried about timing on it. It's just, you know, like I said, the dark animals I want to produce and the crested geckos. Before the new gene came out, it was the Exantics. You could basically get a nearly black animal or a very nice dark grey animal with the Exantics. So I went straight for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the Exantics that look blue. They're like grey, blue, insane.
And the pinstripe on some of them. Oh my god. The white pinstripe. Amazing. The have you heard much about the new morph?
The black
That's
I don't know much about it, but all I know is I don't know whether they've had many produced yet. I've only ever seen baby ones, and just the structure. But as you know from a baby Cresty, they have no structure anyway. So I don't know whether that structure is going to grow through. I've never seen an adult one, so I don't know much about it. Do you know much about it, Jay? Has it come from Cappuccino or something?
So yeah, so it's a lower form. There's two lower forms called Cappuccino or something along the lines, and then there's a super form which is the melalistic ones. When they first hatched, I didn't even think it was a crested gecko. It's quite, but they seem to be healthy and still, you know, happy and whatnot. I'm getting 2 sent down to me in the next year or two anyway. But if anything comes out that they are unhealthy or whatnot, then I'll leave them alone.
Definitely.
Sure. I can't see anything you're doing if you're showing up.
Yeah, I'm just showing everyone one of my lavender gems. White face radar. What's the blue amber eye?
Was that the amber eye?
Yes, I was going to get a het bay, but I don't know because of whenever I've seen a picture of a blue eye of one, you got to go like that to it. That's the only thing. I can't give much information on it because I don't really know much about the bays. That'll be when we go live with Mutant on Lunar Live if it happens. Because I know Kevin's doing a lot with the bays. I'm just excited to work with the rainwaters in general. Different albino. It's not very common. Same with the tugs. I'm only going to keep a small collection of tugs. I'm just going to keep the 2 I've got here. And if I hatch anything really special, because the male I've got is really nice, if I hatch anything special, I'll hold it back. But mainly, I'm working with a lot of tangs. Obviously, the super giants. My aim's always been to try and get not loads. Don't make loads of combos, but also with giants, a lot of them just albinos, like raptors. I want to try and put it into some tangerines and just play. Even like the super giants, even though like a super giant raptor, I might not necessarily want to breed it for the giant. Like a lot of the giants I've got reverse stripe, got my smiley head, and they just always pop out really bright. Yeah, I showed your boy off, Chris. I showed you. Let me get him back out. He's insane. Sorry, Jay, you can't see me.
I can't see any of the comments. Can't see you, fella. That way, really.
If anyone over here wants a Stonewash cross quite soon, give CNM Reptiles a shout. He's got a few Stonewash crosses, and if you want to talk about somebody who, thing of Chris is he beats himself up so much about anything that goes wrong or anything. So when you get an animal off of him, I've known Chris for a little bit of time, and if he ever has an animal that stops feeding for like a day, he'll hold it back at 2 months because that's just how he is. But I've got this Stonewash cross off of him because it's got that true colour coming through, and I love the banding on it. I already showed this one off, but if you're after animals like this, you've got to give Chris a shout. Just shame you can't see it, Jay.
Joe, what? Joe's going to open up his phone and play the live on his phone.
Oh,
so whatnot.
So if you want
yeah, that's lovely, mate.
Want an animal like this?
That's right.
CNM Reptiles, Stonewash cross.
I've got something I could prop this again.
It's a male as well, so I'm going to try and get some more of that brightness in because he is bright. Obviously, this camera we know before, but yeah, Sunday, July the 18th, I'll be on with Gino as well, and I want to say thanks to Gino actually because of when we done that live, and I want to say thanks to Jay as well because obviously Jay got me a part of it. This was something I never thought I would do. So after that live, I had people, Jay had people messaging him always. He showed me, he gets like 60 messages a day. But so many people messaging me. I was like, thank you for that. And like, I really want to see you do it again. Like, we got a little group going on WhatsApp on like the UK scene sort of thing. And everyone's like, you're a natural, do it. So I thought, you know, yeah. And same with you, I want to start doing some more YouTubes and Jason.
I want to do YouTube, yeah.
We only live around the corner from each other, so we help each other out. Like, this is a brilliant start for us with the live. Because we know each other, we know our geckos, and also we've got a sexy Ginge near the pole who's looking mega red.
He is, isn't he?
Did KLG give you a kiss or something? Because he's changed, he's chirped up. Look at him.
Oh,
don't be silly, you sausage.
That's 3 days on the bounce you've been drinking, Jay. Have we got problems? You want to talk? We can talk. But just what's going on with you right now?
I think you was there for half of it, weren't you? don't you try and lie.
I'm hot.
What I wanted to say was the UK scene, the breeders, the response I got from the live was really nice. Really, really nice. It was lovely to see people come in and support us and whatnot. The message I got from the UK breeders was absolutely lovely. It made me feel great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nothing better. It's nothing better because we all enjoy doing this. You do get some breeders that... I'm not going to mention no names. I had some people laughing and joking about what I did and why you're doing it sort of thing. And it's just a bit of fun.
No need for it.
Yeah, there's no need for it really. There's the UK scene. There's not really many people doing this Leo-wise in the UK. There's lots of ball pythons doing it, hoggies doing it and whatnot. So I thought, you know, well, why don't we just do something that people can listen to, clean their reptiles out. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun.
YouTube's definitely something I want to start. I want to document, you know, process, learn together. You know what I mean? Through videos and share knowledge.
Especially with the Black Knight stuff, and like same with the Super Giants, it'd be cool to do like a video of like a time lapse of like how it's developing, how it's growing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something I really want to get into. I need some guidance with some things, but I reckon with the following I've got on Instagram, you know, it really boosts me for the YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
You got to just, no matter what you do, someone's going to have something to say, and you just, you need to just look past it. And obviously, the positives we got is ridiculous. It would be so good if Chloe, if you get the confidence, it would be so good to have someone like you on here, because you've got your experience of your dad. I know your dad's old school and doesn't know much about the newer stuff going on, but it'd just be good to have someone like you. Like, I listen to Strength and Leos all the time, and a few times Ray has been mentioned doing the old Albie Snow stuff. You've got to do it. You've got to do it, Chloe. You've got to look at the. You've got to do it. Exactly. It just comes naturally. If you know, I'm not saying you know what you're talking about, because this is a hobby. You can just keep talking like me. I can keep going on for ages and ages. I mean, how long has this been going on for? Almost 2 hours.
No way.
Almost 2 hours.
Oh my god.
So we'll cut this off. It's basically 10 to 7. So at 7 o'clock we'll cut this.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm still waiting for her to fight. She's not fired up very much. She's still looking a little bit greyish. Give it another 5 minutes, mate. But I can't see the comments, so I've got to look down here at all the comments.
One says, "Oh my god, JWGeckos is so sexy. I like his high top haircut." Oh, me too.
Such a bastard.
Who was that?
Once a bastard, forever a bastard.
Cheeky bugger.
Yep. Let me think of something to get out while we're waiting. I've got another green line. This green line was insane. Jay called her Fireball when I first got her. Unfortunately, she did lose a bit of a red colour in. But she is going to produce, and the guy who produced her, Jonathan, he said that's the best green line I've ever hatched. She's obviously changed a little bit now she's grown and shed, but I absolutely love her and I can't wait for her eggs to hatch. She's looking a bit old down right now, obviously breeding, whatnot. I can't really show her. Sorry, guys. Stunning gecko.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh, you're watching it on a delay as well.
Yeah, I just had to close it and reopen it because we were about 5 seconds behind.
That's no good, is it?
No, yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know why it's behind.
Oh, well, it only happened towards the end of it. 100%, I totally agree with you, Gino. That's why, after being on that live, I had to speak with Jay, and Jay was like, I've been thinking about doing YouTube. And the only thing that goes through your head with YouTube is you're like, I just don't want to sign myself up for judgment. That's all. I just want to talk about my geckos. I don't want to sign myself up for people to go, oh, you don't know what you're talking. That's why I don't really like to show people how I have things set up. And the reason why, there's nothing wrong with how I've got things set up. Everything's perfect. I've got big tubs, 33 litres. I go a bit bigger than that you're supposed to. But all it takes is for one person just to say something. It's like, if you show things like that, you just open yourself up for judgment. That's the only thing with YouTube. But after doing the stuff with Gino, it made me just think, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. People are always going to have something bad to say, but you got to just... I just look at it as, we always say, Jay, man-child or woman-child.
Yeah, that's it.
No need for it.
Big man-child, yep. There's a few of them around, isn't there?
Unfortunately, yeah. But also, I have to say a little shout out to James, because James does his YouTube as well, and he gave me a bit of advice on what to do, keep talking and whatnot. But little shout out for James there. But yeah, I also want to say, if anyone wants to do, I would like to do these regularly, like every 2, maybe 3 weeks. make sure I don't do it at the same time as Gino because I won't get no views, obviously. But it'd be nice if people are interested, just drop me a message, say really enjoyed the live or didn't like the live, but I'd like to do one with you. But yeah, no, that's nice, Jay. It's nice. You can see she's getting fired up fully.
She's not fired up. I couldn't get to fire up. Also, when she fires up, you see that pure. I've showed her on Gino's live YouTube before. It's all just pure black where she's fired up, and then this really enhances the gold. It's such a lovely crested gecko. It's a shame she didn't fire up, but I will make a post. I think I made a recent video, quite far, not too far down, but of her in my garden. She was fired up, and she was semi-fired up, and I just got a video of her just to show her off a little bit. She's been in with the male for the past week though, so I'm hoping they've mated, and I see some fertile eggs from her. At the moment, I've got two fertile lily white paired to Healeosgeckos male eggs. So they're going to be. I'm hoping to hit the lily white Healeosgeckos on one of them. I'll just grow them up and go from there. I need to hatch a visual male. That's the main goal, is a visual Healeosgeckos male.
Yeah, stunning, mate. I've seen the gecko in the flesh. It's the best gecko I've seen. Golden.
Yeah, I shared it in the group the other day, didn't I? In the UK group, just a photo.
So nice. Even if you hatch ones like her, I bet you've had people over Asia message and say, "I want that gecko."
I brought her for a high sum, and I basically got within the first week, I got offered. I think it was a multi what I paid for her, and I just said, "No way. There's no way."
It's not worth.
It's not worth. No, she will do exactly what I need her to do in the Exantic project, the dark Exantics. So nice. There's no money worth more than that project. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. That's it. Simple. My mind's set on that. The Exantic project, I cannot honestly wait for. The first visual would be like, waking up to Christmas.
100%. I don't think I've seen any visuals in the UK. I know they say there's one. I think there's a few people with visual Exantics in the UK. Really?
Yes, there is. Yeah,
there's quite a few hits, but I've never seen any visuals.
I've seen one or two visuals in the UK for sure. I don't remember the name of the
Crimson Cresties.
I think that might be. Is that a woman who runs that?
Donna Rose, yeah.
Yes, she has a visual Exantic.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she what I initially also want to do is a super Dalmatian Exantic.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but my crested gecko collection's tiny. I think I have 3 lily whites, 2 Healeosgeckos, and a Harlequin.
Yeah. Is that zombie?
Yeah, zombie.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a few cresties. I think I've got about 16 cresties. Love them to pieces, don't get me wrong, and I love how easy they are. But they are a little bit more different with Leos, a bit more slower, and
yeah, they can be boring, can't they?
They can be a bit boring. But what I do like about them is, if Fingers of Amber, she can be my girlfriend. She can be a bit funny with reptiles you're like that with.
Yeah.
With the cresties, generally, you do get a jumpy one, but I've got a couple on like you ain't even gonna jump. So, but you scored massively with that one. That was from altitude, weren't it?
Yeah, both my Healeosgeckos are from altitude, imported from the USA. Starting to fight up a tiny bit on that side, just a tiny bit.
Stunning.
But yeah, I don't show them off because obviously most of my followers on Instagram are Leopard gecko followers. I don't really show off a lot of my crested geckos and hog noses. Yeah. But I do plan, once I do hatch a few more and have something to show, I do, because obviously I'm uploading the same. People think when I upload Black Knight, it's the same gecko. It's either another pure I've got, or an opposite sex, or a cross I've hatched. It's just as dark. But yeah,
they're stunning, mate. You should post them more. Definitely. Well, I suppose as soon as you get some eggs hatching, I'm pretty sure you're going to be smashing them up there. I've hatched some cresties this season too. Still got loads of eggs. They're awesome when they're babies. They're so cute. Leos, I want to scream and want to kill you. With cresties, a little bit different, a bit more like don't drop your tail, don't drop your tail.
Yeah, don't drop your tail. Yeah, that's the one.
But yeah, I think we should probably leave the live there now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was. I enjoyed it today, George. So,
yeah. No, thanks for. Yeah, we'll both teamed up on it, and but yeah. Is there anything you want to say to everybody when you're going to have some availables, where to find you? Obviously, some people are on my channel, some people are on your channel.
I believe.
And obviously, Joe as well. Sorry, Joe, I didn't want to leave you out, Ron.
What was that?
Sorry, Joe, I don't want to leave you out either.
Availability will be in bulk. So once 20-30 geckos get to size, then I'll update my website, and I will give everyone a lot of notice on the Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot. But I don't really want to be selling one by one, like as they go. So
yeah, that's the same for me. If anyone's asking for availables from me, that's a quick one. JTK, we're from the UK. I've been following your page for years. You've got some awesome animals. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of people have asked me about availables. I'm thinking towards the end of July, I'm going to put like 20, 30, maybe even 40 geckos up. And in that case, it'll be easier for me. I can have a courier come to me, most likely MCC. And then the load can go at once. Because I want to I want to keep an eye on the animals, see how they're developing. Like, you could look at an animal at 10 grams and think, oh, that's not going to be a part of my project. That can go. And then the customer will go, which fit of that, and you go, oh. Like Lucy's Leo's got a cracking smiley head. I think I showed you, Jay, a photo of it when I first gave it to her. It was like a washed out looking tang. Now,
yeah, you did, yeah.
Red marks on his head. It's like, Jesus. But yeah, no, definitely. I'm guessing the same with you. If anyone was interested in any lives, and drop us a message, and you'll be seeing me again on Gino's channel next.
Yeah, I'll be tuning into that too, mate. I can't wait for that one for you.
But yeah, well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and but don't forget to follow Joe's page. By the way, what's your page, Joe?
I'm Healeosgeckos.
And you do fatties too, don't you?
Yeah, I do fat tails. I got just everything.
I got it all.
Don't even understand.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go, and this probably will be uploaded to YouTube. It'll be uploaded to my personal channel, or not personal, Instagram channel. Sorry. I don't know whether Jay's going to do the same, but I want to say thanks for everyone for tuning in. Pretty good for our first live, boys.
Yeah, it was awesome, mate. Really enjoyed it.
Love you all.
Love